guys, this is Matt Brunet, and welcome to Movie News Weekly, hosted by FilmBook. Now before we begin, let's take a look at what we got in this week's news, which includes the Squad's big start, Disney's other mermaid is back, Quixote will finally die, the Golden Globes will have the Tonight Show treatment, The Pet's second secret, they're already finding more Beast, Willem Dafoe is a god of death, who's no longer involved with the murder, Peter found his voice, and Ridley will be in a dystopian world. So with that said, let's get things started. Despite DC fans declaring war on critics because of what they said about this film, it won't stop the Squad from starting off big. DC's Suicide Squad broke the record for the biggest opening in August with $135 million, beating the previous record from 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy, which opened with $94 million. Behind the new film are last week's new movies, with Jason Bourne down in second place, earning almost $23 million, and Bad Moms remains in third place with $14 million. Meanwhile, the other new movie this week that got less praise than Squad, 9 Lives, started off very low in 6th place with $6.5 million, behind The Secret Life of Pets with about $11.5 million, and Star Trek Beyond with $110 million. Following the rest include Lights Out with $6 million, Nerve with almost $5 million, and Ghostbusters with $4.8 million. Finally, Disney's making a reboot of that mermaid movie. No, not The Little Mermaid, that would be just stupid. Disney has announced that they will be remaking the 1984 film Splash, with Channing Tatum and Jillian Bell as the stars. The only twist to this remake, however, will be that the genders of the main characters will be switched, where Tatum will play Daryl Hannah's role as the mermaid, and Bell will play Tom Hanks' role. Ron Howard, Brian Grazer, and Tatum have signed on to produce, and Marja Lewis-Ryans is on board to write the script. After 20 years of a wild goose chase to make this film, it's finally gonna happen. Director Terry Gilliam announced that he will finally start production on his long-awaited passion project, The Man Who Killed Don Quixote. The movie will be about an advertising executive, played by Adam Driver, who would jump from the 21st century to the 17th, where Don Quixote, played by Michael Palin, who would mistake Driver for Sancho Panza. Gilliam revealed in May in Cannes that he received 17 million euros from producer Paulo Branco to make the film, which was half of what he got during the broken production back in 1998. Gilliam stated, "I just want to get this film started so I can get on with the rest of my life." After the crazy moment with Ricky Gervais, it's time to settle down with the usual talk show hosts. Robert Greenblatt, chairman of NBC Entertainment, announced that Jimmy Fallon will be the host of the 2017 Golden Globe Awards. Greenblatt stated, "This is the most spontaneous and uninhibited award show on television, and Jimmy's playful, disarming, comedic brilliance makes him the ideal host to enhance and elevate the sense of fun and irreverence that made the Golden Globes one of the premier events of the entire broadcast year." This will not be the first time that Fallon will host a big award show, as he was previously the host of the 2010 Primetime Emmy Awards. The nomination of the Golden Globes will be announced on December 12th, while the award show itself will air on January 8th, 2017. This will not be the last time we'll be looking into their little secret. Illumination Entertainment and Universal announced that they are going to make The Secret Life of Pets 2 and have it be released as soon as the summer of 2018. No confirmation has been said if any of the cast will return, but it is official that writer Brian Lynch and director Chris Renault will come back to work on the sequel. Throughout the summer, the first movie was one of the very few films that actually found great success, since this week it surpassed $300 million domestically and $400 million worldwide, with 48 countries yet to have the film in theaters. The Pets will be coming back to the big screen on July 13th, 2018. Well, it's technically a Harry Potter film, so it's safe to say it'll make enough money for another one. Warner Bros. Announced that they are now currently in production to the sequel of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them just a few months before the first film's release. David Yates will be coming back as the director, and J.K. Rowling is set as the writer. When describing the movie, Warner Bros. Stated that the second film moves deeper into an increasingly dark time for the wizarding world, where Newt and our other heroes have to decide their allegiance. The company is planning to make a trilogy out of the Harry Potter prequel, with the final feature to be set on November 2020. The first movie will be released on November 18th, while the second will be out in theaters on November 16th, 2018. Did you know that this guy loves apples? Willem Dafoe has signed on to be in the Netflix movie based on the popular Japanese manga Death Note. While he'll be doing work on the Justice League movie, he will also be the voice of Ryuk, the Shinigami whose notebook that's able to kill people that falls in the hands of a power-hungry boy named Light. Dafoe will be joining a cast that includes Keith Stanfield, Shia Wingham, Margaret Qualley, and Paul Nakauchi, and Adam Wingard will be up as the director. The American adaptation will be heading to Netflix next year. So much for having a big-name star for the film. Angelina Jolie has been reported to no longer be involved with the remake of Murder on the Orient Express. Although she was in talks to join in the picture, she never officially signed anything to be a part of the cast. Fox is now searching for another big-name actress to be the headline of the feature, one of which that is considered is Charlize Theron. The remake of the 1974 Sidney Lumet film, based on the classic Agatha Christie novel, will be written by Michael Green and directed by Kenneth Branagh, who will also star as Hercule Poirot, and produce it alongside Mark Gordon, Simon Kinberg, and Ridley Scott. The Bunny is back on the big screen! James Corden and Rose Byrne have signed on to star in Sony's live-action animation hybrid, Peter Rabbit. Although Byrne's role is only stated as a live-action role, Corden will provide the voice of Peter Rabbit in a modern take of Beatrix Potter's tales about the rivalry of Peter Rabbit and Mr. McGregor. Will Gluck will be directing the picture along with producing it with Zaret Nalbandian of Animal Logic Entertainment. This will be the first time for Corden to appear in a movie for a major studio since 2012, where he was in Disney's Into the Woods. Star Wars won't be the only place where she'll be practicing some of her force. Daisy Ridley has signed on to star in Lionsgate's Chaos Walking, based on the novel by Patrick Ness. The movie will be based on the first book of the trilogy, Chaos Walking, The Knife of Never Letting Go, is about how a boy in a dystopian town of men leaves with his dog to meet up with a silent girl, played by Ridley, and must learn about the truth of who he really is. Jamie Linden is set to write the script, and Doug Liman is on board to direct the picture. Production should be scheduled to begin next year. And that's all I've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to head on down to film-book.com for all the latest movie and TV news, along with their columns on the box office and their theatrical release schedule. Also, you can follow them on whatever social media you'd like. And while you're at it, you can follow me on my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter if you're more into stuff like animation, Disney, and my weird sense of humor. If you were watching this on YouTube, then hit that like button and come subscribe to us, and also leave a little comment on what you think on the news this week. If you were listening to this on a podcast on iTunes or any other podcast service, then don't forget to rate and review what you just heard. Tune in next time for another round of Movie News Weekly, and until next week, see you later, dudes!